pick tomatoes and do a little garden walkthrough. Uh, and here we go. I'm going to start with these tomatoes. I'm going to flip around. Okay. And here's a group of volunteer tomatoes that I put here in this raised bed, my new raised bed. I hope this one comes off. Come on. Those look like what they call, what do you call it? Mushroom basket tomatoes. Because I've seen Lisa's gardening with Lisa. She was raising them recently, and they must have came in with the birds. And here, these are, boy, these look like cherries, cherry tomatoes. We'll see if we can get some viewers here pretty soon. I think I can pick these through the wickets. These look like my early girls, but these are volunteer. Got you. Oh, you fell. Oh, that's works. Okay. Nice little. Oh, here's another one. Look like early girl tomatoes. I brought some plants from my other raised bed that were growing. I think they were growing the potato patch, and I had to move them. And I got all different kinds. Got 4 viewers. All right. You're welcome to chat and like or whatever you feel like doing. Oh, that's just a blossom, and these here look like well, those look different. These look like cherries, cherry tomatoes. 6 viewers on a Monday. That's not bad. We'll keep those viewers and keep some chats going. Okay, I'm gonna get down on the regular ground. I think I got everything there. It's a very productive little group here. 9 viewers. You're welcome to chat and hang around, drink some coffee or your beverage of choice. Oh, that one's got a hole in it. I got to get the Captain Jacks over here and spray. Okay. Did I drop one? What I did. Yeah. And look at those coming on. I guess 20 little ones equal one big one. Tomato math. Hey, one like. And hard deep says nice. Hard working work. And he says hi. He says good. All right, hang around and chat. We'll say something funny. Look at these up in here. Oh, come on, give me one more. All right. All right. I think those are. Oh, there's a red one. Okay, I think that's done. Oh, there's a few on this one yet. Oop, there's one here. It's all over. And a lot of little green ones. And look at all these blossoms. I'm just gonna be picking grape tomatoes till I'm silly. But just a very simple setup. Just use wire that discarded wire. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was off of a spool from Tommy Hedrick. Okay, happy gardening. All right, well, stay around. And I'm gonna go and look at this other stuff. Here is my this is my fifth corn that I put in this raised bed. It's starting to get going. About it's between knee and waist high, and it's had kind of a hard time getting going because it's been really hot and dry, and it rained. We got an inch and 60 hundredths over the last 4 days, and it's looking good right now. So there's the corn, and here is my volunteer squash that survived. The ones that see this one here, it died on me, and the squash is shriveled up. But there's like one or two squash left. And here's another one that died, and its little fruit here is it's kind of a mini pumpkin. So I may take that in the house and just display it. It may even last to Halloween, who knows? All right, looking at this squash here, and I do have one little butternut squash out of this. There were several, but the others died. I don't know what the. I don't think it was lack of water. I just something wrong with the soil. And this one just doesn't want to put fruit on. This one here is turning yellow. That'll fall off in a day or two, and it's trying again. So I don't know what it's waiting for. Looks really healthy. So I'm gonna go over to these next tomatoes and start picking again. Okay. And these are early girls that I planted from seed in the house, and they've been quite productive. Hmm, not a lot there. Oh, these are getting red on this plant. This is last year's raised bed I built out of the neighbor's yard. Their trees, their brush, their clippings, their dirt piles. And tomatoes seem to do well in the raised bed. Okay. These look, oh, those are, these here are, Romas. I got, in this patch, I got 3 early girls and 5 Romas. I'll pick that from the other side. Let's see. I gotta look in this. There's one here. This one. Oop, I got a branch with that. No viewers. Okay. I guess that's it for the day. Oh, yuck. Phew, moldy. Yeah, I might get a bit off of that. Okay, got a viewer. Like and subscribe. Jim Miller's Garden. Uh, man, I gotta go crawl in there and look. Oh, there's one. Those up there don't look ready. Got the bottom of the pail filled. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, there's some more early girls. There's one on the ground. Well, those are getting red. That's why I'm picking today. I saw a lot of red. I mean, that's ready to go in the chili pot. And it's been hot and humid. Another one. Okay. I don't see anything in there. Okay. Hmm. That's another Roma. If I can get my hand in there and get this one. Oh, there's a nightshade. Oh, come on, don't squeeze. Hmm. Trying to show up and I don't remember that being there. Nightshade berry. Oh, there's 6 viewers. Another round. All right. The tomato party's just started. Let's go. Here's some Romas. Stay in chat. Press the like button. Okay. Now these Romas here are about done producing. They've done good. They're just into their production. They're determinate. Look like they're determinate tomatoes, which they'll grow a certain amount of tomatoes and then they just quit blooming. Plus, it's been hot and dry. That don't help matters. But these are about done. That one's turning, but it's little. Okay, let's get this one. Pail's getting a little bit in the pail. Okay, you're got those picked. I'm getting these I saw from the other side. 7 viewers. Hang in there. Hang in and chat. Ask a question. And watch this ant crawl. Where is he at? Oh, he's gone. Okay. Oh, there's some pigeon grass in there I can't get to. Okay. Nope, there's one here. Let me see. How am I going to get to that one? I don't know if you more aromas. I'll leave that. Oh, everybody left. Look in here again. Oop, there's one there. I must mix that early girl. It's up way up high. Here's another one. Is that a bug bite? Shit. I gotta spray these. Get that Captain Jack's over here again. Oh, I see a red one. Quit that. Some kind of menu came up. I'm just trying to video this. Yeah, early girl. Why didn't I pick that over there? Okay, one last look through. These early girls are gonna keep producing throughout the summer. These Romas, this is a sprig here that may have started. Uh, they're not done, but weather's really done a number on them. Okay, those are done. I'm not gonna water the Romas anymore until I see that they're gonna make tomatoes. And here's my another raised bed, or there's like really 3 of them, but they're all together. And this was the potato patch, and now the watermelons are taking over. The pumpkins decided to go out on the lawn, and maybe I'll go look at this one. Step off of this bed, and yeah, this one's looking good. Yeah, I've already cut one over here and took it in the house. That one needs to be cut as soon as possible. It's ready to go in the house to store until Halloween. I like carving out bunch of jack-o'-lanterns. Sometimes I get towards 20 jack-o'-lanterns carved, and I put all kinds of characters on them. And I don't know, I just keep doing it. And here is a nice green watermelon. So far, so good. Last several years, I've had trouble with end rot and hopefully these vines look good. Um, I've been wa- I've been bringing water up from the creek when it needs a little water, and they're really taken off. Here's another volunteer. Looks like a grape tomato that started here, and it was right by a potato plant, and I had to like do a little bit of surgery, be careful around the roots and get the potato out and leave the tomato. So I was successful in that. And here's where my onions were, white onions. They didn't do very good in the raised bed. They didn't get big. There was some issue with them with they happened to have onion maggots, which is unusual on a virgin onion area. Usually, if you plant onions over and over in an area, the maggots will start getting bad. But I got those hanging in the house to cure out. No, viewers, I'm going through this my fence. Took the fence down so I can walk through easier. And we had a storm the other day, and this dead tree decided to come our way and broke our fence down. That's another project. I hope I have some cool morning to do it. Okay, and here's a volunteer tomato in the sweet potato patch, and there's none yet. There's none ready. I'll pick these first. And here's a red one. I don't know about this one. Is this one just sunburnt? Yeah, this one's got sunburnt or just a good tan, and but the blossom end is still green, so it's still growing a little, but it'll be ripe next time. And here's some more of those. These are the typical volunteer tomatoes, about this size and lots of them. If I got a spot to grow a tomatoes. Why is this? Oh, dang. I'm going to check. I'm going to switch to, try to switch to a cellular. Whoops. How we do that? Okay. No, we're back, I hope, because the picture was dropping out. I forgot. I always forget to put it on cellular to have a better resolution. I probably took a video with grainy video, and I am counting. I am back on doing doing the video. So I hope the picture got him better. Okay, here's some tomatoes. Those are nice. Come on. Oh, that one's got a little split. It's rained quite a bit, and ripe tomatoes will split pretty easily because they're still expanding. The water goes up, and here's one. This this branch needs to be put up in here, keep off the ground, and stay up there. Oh, there's one that's a little turning. Okay, this is one here is doesn't have any on it yet. Okay, here is a big open area. There was I think cabbages and napas and uh bok choy that didn't work. And I had some two rows of white onions and sweet onions. One was a red sweet onion, and the other on the we were gone in Atlanta, but it rained real hard and the water came down through here and kicked out the backside of this my bed and flooded out here a little bit, and I fixed that back up. Ooh, and here is a volunteer tomato that started growing right in the tomatillo row, and there's tomatoes on it. No one's watching. Need a thumbs up. Where is the? Okay, that one's. Yeah, I'll pick that tomorrow morning. The ones that got they're filled out the. I don't know what they call this. I'm gonna call it a wrapper pretty soon, and that protects it from bugs and stuff. And that's what tomatillos do. Oh, there's a red tomato here, and it's split in the chili pot tomorrow. Here's another one. Look at a viewer. Tomatillos. In that heavy rain, the water came down on both sides of the tomatillo row pretty well, so they're watered for a while. I need to those up there, and they need to be, I need to get them back into the bracing, but they would jump right out. And here's these last of the cabbages. This one's getting, I might have to cut it. It's got some molds on it. There's only, what, 3 or 4 left, maybe 5. I got a refrigerator half full of cabbages I gotta use up somehow. And I already got sauerkraut fermenting. Okay, here's another row of tomatoes. These here I planted myself in the house around Christmas or later. Depends on replantings. And these guys, hmm, what's that doing? It's got a little. And make sure you wash your tomatoes before you process them or eat them. That one's got a little bird poop on it. And these here look like early girls, but they also could be. There also could be beefsteaks, but the plants didn't get very big, but not got nice tomatoes on it though. I don't need a whole lot more of tomatoes this year. What's this one doing? Oh, I'll leave it for next time. I should have went up the other side of the row first, but phew, it's humid. Here's nice ones. They're kind of looking like early girls, the way it's progressing here. So I planted some early girl seed. The seed was about 8 years old, and some of it grew in the pots, and that looks like aroma. And these are on the ground. You, I worry about getting rotten, and those didn't. No, there's one right. Gosh, that was way in the. It's 8:40. Okay, I'll move my bucket. Oh, look at that. I gotta pick those 2. Oh, I'm gonna have a full pail. But how we these peppers are an obstacle course. Let's slide the pail in and pick these. Look at all these on the ground where they don't need to be. Romas. Roma's roaming on the ground. See, I'll set those up when we get picked. Come on. Wait a minute. I'll put this block here. There you go. Oh, you're off the ground for now. Whole bunch of them here. I'm gonna have to look up the history of Roma tomatoes. What's their origin? I assume they're from Rome or cultivated in Rome. Oh, I got a green one. That one's just barely coming. Okay. You need to be back over here. Yeah, they won't. I was too lazy, and what I need to do is put some ties and tie that. Put a tie here and get the tomato up here, and it'll stay. But I haven't done that yet. I'll take a look at these peppers. Well, I'll get that from the other side. Oh, half a pail. Okay. Now I planted 2 kinds of peppers. I don't know. This still. I think that's this is, yeah, those that's what that is. There they are. Serranos. These 2 are Serranos, and this one's getting fruit on it. Serrano peppers. And most of the rest of these are bells. And I planted these from seed from a pepper that we ate. So, and they're doing good. They're growing. They're a little tall. I don't know if it's a lack of sunlight. Well, at least this one's got a pepper on, and yeah, it's got 2 little ones. So that one's getting peppers, and some of these others aren't yet. But we got lots of hot summer to go on these peppers, and they love hot weather. And there's some nice. Move that leaf. Oh, there's several. Okay. Now that's nice. Now, if all these other bells do that, that's going to be great. You're going to have a lot of bell peppers. And this one's got more too. And so my wife said, why don't you just take the seed from this pepper and plant it? And that's what I did. And they're looking good. And it was inexpensive. Now, I do have a volunteer tomato in this pepper hill. It's ironic that the best looking pepper plant is with competition with a tomato, and this tomato's really got some nice tomatoes. This is a volunteer tomato that decided to come up in the pepper hill right in. I couldn't move it. So I pulled it out and staked it away. And now they're having a good time putting fruit on. So that's really good. And these two down here, these peppers are more serranos. And there was a fruit on this one. Oh, yeah. Where's my finger? There's a little pepper on them. Those are like moderately hot. And I like that there's a pepper down here at the end of the row where the sunlight's not optimal. And this is some of these are short. They'll see if the short ones do better than the tall ones. I got to pick these volunteers. Oh, look at this. It's loaded. I might take a picture of that real quick. Yeah, got a viewer. Well, no, not for how long, I don't know. Yeah, here's a volunteer tomato that I put it here because the pepper died and it's got cracked ones on it. So into the chili pot you go tomorrow. I haven't had a lot. Easy to pick though. There ain't much foliage to disguise it. One up here. So that was the boy, that one's at least they're not spoiled yet. This one is really broken open. Okay, I'm gonna go on this side of this tomato row to look. Yeah, there's some red ones down there. Oh, I'll get this one. If I could stoop over. It's a Roma. They're kind of a fat brown Romas. That look like Romas too. Okay, there's more there. Those are buried. Oh, okay. It probably wasn't the best view. Probably got everybody dizzy if there's no anybody here. I'm dizzy. So the peppers are getting these taller ones. They're getting above they're trying to get above these tomatoes to get more sun. All right. I think I'm done with the lower end. And I got turkey crawl beans to pick tonight. It never ends. Oh, there's a lot. I got some in the fridge to what is going on? Oh, yuck. That's getting rotten. Just too much of everything. Heat, humidity, cabbages are not very happy in that. And that one's I'll try to salvage the little. Yeah, I know what to do. Tomorrow, I'll take that and the remnants I'll put in the chili. let's see, like the second corn planting, it's done, and red potatoes were there, and there's a few nightshade berries that I left to grow, and oh, I'm sick. I was gonna plant more corn right here, but I got so much produce and the fridges are full that I'm just gonna not plant any more of anything right now because I got too much. And that's a good thing to have too much. Uh, and I got a corn stalk to pull up. Oh, I just will talk about these guys. Yeah, I got an hour. Um, these are the bell peppers I planted. I bought these, I can't remember where, but the other day I got 6 ripening ones, and there's a lot of little ones started. Yeah, they're all got little ones. So we're gonna be rolling uh, sweet peppers. We got a couple of viewers. Well, they went checked out. Okay, and I got cabbages that I harvested, and I just left them in case one of these grow a cabbage. Not that I need one. And broccoli, I've trimmed this a good half dozen times. Got broccoli, and I got a lot frozen for hot pot. And what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to come out here and clip these that are just ready or just, something to use. And I'm going to put that in the chili again. In the last chili I made a week ago, uh, I put a little bit of broccoli in, and it's really not noticeable, but it gets rid of your broccoli. And here's another climbing bean that really doesn't have a name because these beans are like fourth generation of a bean that was supposed to be a bush bean. And I kept getting volunteers and I kept planting it. And I need to save some more seed on it because it climbs all over. It climbs up and down the fence, and it can take a lot of hot, dry weather. So it's a very good bean for all summer long into the fall. Very productive. You see the whole string of beans going up and down the fence. Okay. And that was my lettuce. It's blooming out. I need to cut more seed and keep it from growing in the garden. Okay, we're gonna go to these next tomatoes. And here's more cabbages that have been harvested. And I guess there was white onions there. And I dug my carrots. And this is my rescue row. There's a potato there. And here's a watermelon that's growing out. And there's a pepper. I got most of these out of the compost pile and put here. There was cabbages in this row here that were over the winter, and I decided, well, I'll just put my rescue plants there, and they're doing pretty good. That looks like a cantaloupe. That plant down there, that could, well, we'll see. It kind of looks like a cantaloupe now, and then here's a squash of some sort. So back to picking on this This is a volunteer patch of tomatoes that were in the compost pile, and I just left them to grow. And there's some split ones here. I hate split ones. That's because it could have gotten easily 6 inches of rain because it came off the driveway. Those look like cherry tomatoes. And here is just some typical volunteer tomatoes. There's a good half dozen. And there's also some peppers growing in there now. So they may do something if these tomatoes die back later. I'm not going to move them. I can't move them because they're in the with the roots of the tomatoes. So just yeah, and this plant here, this was a tomato that I overwintered in the house because it came up in a flower pot that I had to take the flower in, and the flower died and the tomato remained. And I brought the tomato out in March and transplanted it here, and it's got nice sized tomatoes, but it's pretty much done with its life. And here's some more on this volunteer patch. Oh, oh boy, there's some split ones there. At least this foliage ain't real thick and I can't see. Okay, I see some red ones down there. Now I can't see. Those look like cherry tomatoes. A classic cherry tomato look. There's some here. There's a nice red one on the other side. I'll have to. Oh, that's that one pretty one. I like these. Oh, I'm zoomed in like a crazy person. I bet that was a terrible video. And this tomato in with the volunteers is it's a striped, real pretty tomato, and it's really red in the inside. So those are a good one. And I have no idea what they are. There could be a cross that just does that color. And I had some last year like that in the volunteers. Okay, there's a red tomato from the other side. Where is it? Where are you? Okay. Did you fall off? Oh man. Boy, yeah. Why are you zoomed in again? I got to put that in the fridge. It's got some spots on it. Phew. Okay. Here's my weed tomato. It came up in a planter pot in the house voluntarily. It was supposed to be something else, but it was this tomato that kind of grew like a weed and just bushed out, and lots of tomatoes earlier, but it's still real green and putting on a lot of tomatoes. Is that one turning? I'll leave you. Just another one to split next rain. Oh, come on. You're barely ready and you're splitting too. Well, no one's viewing, but it's for, I like looking at my videos a year later. Oh, what? I don't see anything there. And all the bottom ones are gone. Here's one. Phew. Are you sweating? I'm sweating. Hey, there's two viewers, at least for the moment. I'm picking tomatoes in Jim Miller's garden. Okay, I think I'm done with the weed tomato. And like I said before, I dug the carrots. They're in the fridge. And here's my squash area. Where is boy? Okay, nice train. Everybody left. Okay, those are nightshades with weeds. I need to weed this place. And here is a little butternut squash. Oh, there's another one. Good. I harvested the early ones, and they're in the house. And those butternuts last, they could last up to about a year in the house. And I just ate the last, just had pie with the last of last year's. You can, a lot of water came through here a couple days ago. You can tell it washed, it scraped the soil up off. Okay. And here's some zucchini that I'm not sure what we're gonna get. I picked one earlier, like 2 months ago, and we're having a lot of white flies. Ooh, there's eggs. That's probably, I think we're gonna get some. I think we need a few zucchinis. The corn, I had corn here and it was like 9 feet tall and it was shading out these vine plants. And the zucchini really didn't have much sun, maybe like 3 hours a day. And they just kind of sat there. And now we got white flies too. So, but they're looking like they may do something. We'll see. And next up here are these like an Asian squash. And I got one that's growing there. There was an early one was big and it looked like it was mixed with pumpkin. So I don't know what. Okay. And these vines they died back a lot. And I need one of these vines to put out some squash. And here I got this a little more successful. cantaloupe. There's 5 there in one bunch, and I think there's 3 more. There's one there. Is that 4? So, I think there was roughly 8 or 9, seedlings, and they look like they're all dropping cantaloupe on. So, I don't like cantaloupe that much, but I kinda had to eat it. My wife thought it was not up to standard, and my watermelons have been kind of a failure the last several years. What where's my backup pail? Oh, yes. I'm gonna pick these, my watermelons were a failure, more or less, and I started eating cantaloupe, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with cantaloupe. So, and these are looking good. My wife may like some of these, so we'll see. And it got better sunlight than down there because this building blocked sunlight too to the vine plants. See, we have a vine going out there that's from the squash. It just needs, it's got a lot of rain lately, and it's not that's going to be an excuse anymore. So, hope we get some. All right. And I'm going on these beefsteak tomatoes that I planted. I think I planted these March 1st, and I had to cover them a couple times because it was cold. I put a planter pot on top and covered with leaves and wait for it to warm up. And these guys are pretty much done. There's 8 plants here, and I think they're a determinant, and they grow through their thing and put out their tomatoes, and then the plant, see, they may start growing again a little because it's rainy or and maybe a little cooler. Now this one died a long time ago, and then these tomatoes are shriveling up. Okay. Well, I've been out here an hour videoing. Here's some more. This is a better looking plant. See, that's starting to grow again a little bit. We'll see what happens. That's a nice big one. I got some pigeon grass to hoe up. This one here, yeah, I'll pick it. It's on the ground anyway. Don't like them on the ground. They may spoil. Okay, next plant. Oh, these are nice. Nice and big. Yeah, it's kind of it's thinking about growing again a little bit. We'll see. It kind of did that last year, but this has been extreme. They pretty much got their, yeah, that one's starting to look like growth again. We'll see. And sometimes they grow from the root, from the bottom of the plant, and grow a few tomatoes. I don't see any of that yet. See, these plants are going to be pretty much stripped, and it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to get tomatoes on here again. You need foliage. You need a lot of see. There's blossoms on that. You need a lot of foliage. You need sunlight, which this area is kind of compromised. That one I'll pick. And so far this morning, no bug damage on the tomatoes. But I'm going to spray again. So Captain Jack is ooh, Captain Jack works because I had a bout with tomato worms in this row, and I've been putting the Captain Jack's dead bug brew on it, and takes care of the worms. One more plant, and this is the one that had better sun from the backside of the shed, and it put out a good number of tomatoes. It looked like it's pretty much dead, but we'll see. This little can have some more butternut squash. Now it's funny that the hill area, these vines look like they. Well, that was probably alive. It's hard to tell the vines are still alive from the source, but squash can have a. They can die at at the hill, but they'll root elsewhere and then grow real well anyway. So I've seen that happen a lot. And I think I got most of my tomatoes. I'll check out. I'll look at the neighbors. And here's my corn. Oh gosh, look how pretty that is. I'm gonna do a peek. This one is the biggest one. This one's got two legitimate ears on it too. And oh, what's that sound? It's like something was splitting. Well, it's not overripe. It's I don't think. I'll check another one as a control. At least I don't see any. It's certainly ready to pick. Yeah, these are a lot of these are they can be picked. I like mine a little starchier. I gotta wipe my face. I should have worn my skull cap. All right, two viewers, and haven't had a chat in an hour. And I don't know what YouTube. Yeah, look at lots of corn. This is my third planting. I put it on this berm. This is like I build a berm here and I guide the water into where I want it in in the rest of the garden, and it worked pretty well. And last year I had tomatoes on this berm and I had squash on it, and it works pretty well with corn. We had a windy, wet spell here, and a lot of this corn is half fallen over, and I just propping it up. This is the neighbor. She has some. I don't know what those metal baskets are for, but I'm using them to hold this corn up a little bit. And I don't want to build. I don't want to go find dirt or anything to build around. These ears are going to be gone in a few days. God, and they look beautiful. Just beautiful looking corn. And I don't know. I may put tomatoes back here next year, but boy, I like how that corn uh, survived or has thrived here. All right, let's see what's else. Oh, I took this and I got a little pumpkin squash patch here, and I got a nice looking pumpkin there, but this vine decided to try another pumpkin on me. That's good. And there's a little pumpkin down there about ready to harvest. This patch, usually the when I put volunteer pumpkins here, they just take over the whole area. This year they just kind of uh, kept it small, but they also put a few pumpkins on early, so that's good. And here's like the last volunteer pumpkin that I moved over here, and I'm using this neighbor shed to water it, and it's got tons of water. And here's my asparagus that no one likes, and this plant is just massive. It's kind of shading out this squash hill. The squash is growing up in it to try to get something going. I think there's like two plants still alive there. There's just not much. There was a good half dozen. And I already went through I'm gonna look at these turkey craws and look for new growth. There's like their vines are growing. They've really backed off a lot. Turkey craws don't like it hot. They'll just crash and pretty much die. But they're kind of they're gonna be what do you call it? They're gonna back off on production quite a bit. And here's my creek pail. I take the rope and hold on to the rope, and I throw the bucket out and get a half a pail and fill my watering cans and bring it up. And I brought them up here. I brought up water up here when it was not raining much. And I'm going to look at this. Oh, God, that what a mess. This is the neighbors. Oh, those are burning. Probably because there's not much, it was lacking water. I'll get this one. I don't think she would want bitty tomatoes. She was gone for 3 weeks in Europe, so I was picking her tomatoes. And these look like Romas. Well, no, they might be a Roma crossed with a small tomato. If she wants tomatoes, I'll give her some of my good ones. Look at ragweed. Yuck. Got some wild oats. That's probably going to grow next year. And these nightshades they probably got berries somewhere. I'm not going to be fight to go get them. All right. Got what was good. Okay, I'll leave those pale. I'll just go over here. Here's another little hill of squash. It's got a little one there. I think, is there two or three? I can't remember. That's a pretty one. That's kind of mixed in with an acorn or something. I thought there was one here. Just like two. They look like acorn leaves, acorn squash. So I guess there's just two there. They're little. And I'm probably not gonna water that anymore unless it shows me something. And I'm trying to find a squash on these. I got this one directed out in the sun more. No squash yet. Oh, there's nothing in there. It's just um I put it here just to try it out. I put a hill here, said, if you want to, there's a little bud there, female bud. If you want to make some squash with like 2 hours of sunlight, and it's not a lot of sunlight, and gosh, that's a 9 foot asparagus crowding you out in the building and the trees and okay. But this one here coming out will probably do something, especially if it keeps raining good. And it's just looking like, I hate to jinx it, it just looks like we're going to start getting a rainy, typical July. And there's a lot of things like the grass and things weren't burning off, like they were going to quit because it was going to be dry all summer. Things were just kind of like staying green. And now we've had over an inch and a half of rain. And so everything is in good shape. So I'm looking at the peppers from the backside of the fence. And okay, Jim Miller's garden. Uh, yeah, I need to go in the house. I got to do something here at 10 o'clock. And let's just switch. Okay, there's the thing. And and I'm real sweaty. Picking tomatoes and going through the garden. I got it done. I could have been fixing stuff in the garden, but I'm doing a video. All right. Well, thanks for watching in Jim Miller's Garden, and I'll maybe be out here next week showing a little bit of growing. Thanks for watching, and see you later.